Welcome students, I am Nilofer Miss, your English teacher. In today's video, we are going to discuss lesson number 5, The 100 Dresses, part 1, which is written by L. Absar Esther. This chapter contains 2 parts, so in this video, we are going to discuss part 1. Before going to the story, let me give you an introduction. This is a story about a girl named Wanda Petronsky. She is immigrated from Poland to America. She is a Polish girl. And this chapter is related to the story of her school. How the students of the school treated Wanda. Everybody makes fun of her because her name is different and she does not have any friends. So this is a story which describes scenario of her school. See, now the day is discussed over here is Monday. And Wanda is not present in the class. And where is her seat? It is next to last seat in last row and the room number is 13. She is sitting there not because she is naughty or she is talkative or she is dull. But actually as she is an immigrated, she is not American and she came from Poland. She is a Polish girl. That's why she is different than others. That's why she is sitting on the last bench, as other students are not accepting her heartily. That is the reason she is lonely and she is not having any friends. See, now what happened we'll see through the chapter. First of all, let us see the introduction to the author. So about the author, Eleanor Esther was an American children's author and a children's librarian. Her book Ginger Pie, which she also created illustrations for, won the Newbery Medal. 3 of her books were Newbery Honor winners and one was awarded the Lewis Carroll Chef Award. So let's move on the story. This is very interesting story, beautiful story, and it is related to the real life of the author. This story talked about the discrimination and judgmental attitude of the people. We'll see in this chapter how a schoolgirl was teased because of her name and her attitude. Let's move on to the lesson. Today, Monday, Wanda Petronsky was not in her seat. So it is about Monday. The day is Monday and Wanda Petronsky. She has not yet arrived in the school. She is absent in the class. But nobody, not even Peggy and Madeline, the girls who started all the fun, noticed her absence. So now other 2 girls are there in the class. Name of these girls are Peggy and Madeline. These are the girls who started the fun, but these girls also didn't notice that Wanda is absent today. Usually Wanda sat in the seat next to the last seat in the last row in room 13. So their room number is 13 and usually Wanda used to sit on the second last bench. She sat in the corner of the room where the rough boys who did not make good marks sat. The corner of the room where there was most scuffling of feet, most roars of laughter when anything funny was said, and most mud and dirt on the floor. Usually on the back benches these kind of boys sat who are not interested in studies but they are interested in doing fun, they are interested to miss the classes, they are interested not to do the homework and to make laughters in the class. So next to these boys Wanda used to sit. This corner of the class was reserved for the students, those who are only to make fun in the class, and it was the most dirtiest corner. Wanda did not sit there because she was rough and noisy. On the contrary, she was very quiet and rarely said anything at all. So why she occupied the second last bench of the corner of the room? Because she was very quiet, not that because she was rough. Neither she was duffer like other students. Actually, she was very quiet. And nobody had ever heard her laugh out loud. Sometimes she twisted her mouth into a crooked sort of smile, but that was all. It means sometimes if something funny happened in the class, she used to smile. And when she smiled, her mouth twisted into a crooked manner. And that was all. Nobody knew exactly why Wanda sat at that seat, unless it was because she came all the way from Boggins Heights and her feet were usually caked with dry mud. So people did not understand why she used to sit on that corner of the classroom.
But then she came from a place called Boggins Heights, and her shoes were usually covered with dirty mud. So they thought probably that's why she sat there in that corner of the.
But maybe because she came from the place named Boggins Heights, and usually her feet were covered with dry mud. Because maybe this may be the reason why she was sitting at the corner. But no one really thought much about Wanda Petronsky once she sat in the corner of the room. It means nobody would bother whether she is sitting there at the corner of the room, because her feet were covered with mud. Her shoes were covered with mud. Nobody was giving that much importance to her. The time when they thought about Wanda was outside of school hours, at noon time when they were coming back to school, or in the morning early before school began, when groups of 2 or 3 or even more would be talking and laughing on their way to the schoolyard. Then sometimes they waited for Wanda to have fun with her. So only Wanda was being bothered by the others at noon time when they were coming back to school, or in the early morning before school began, or when the group of 2 or 3 girls stand together while talking and laughing to each other on their way to the schoolyard. It means all the free times when they were free from the school, that time only Wanda was being discussed, or they remember her. And sometimes what happened, these girls used to wait for Wanda because they want to have fun with her, or we can say they wanted to laugh on her. The next day, Tuesday, Wanda was not in school either. So what happened? Monday she was not present in school. Now the next day, Tuesday, again Wanda was not in school either. She was again absent the next day, and nobody noticed her absence again. Again nobody noticed her. But on Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie, who sat down front with other children who got good marks and who didn't track in a whole lot of mud, did notice that Wanda wasn't there. So for 2 days, nobody noticed that Wanda was absent, but on Wednesday, Peggy and Maddie, these girls used to sit on the front benches and who got good marks also, and who didn't track in a whole lot of mud. But they noticed that Wanda wasn't there. She was not present. Peggy was the most popular girl in school. She was pretty, she had many pretty clothes, and her hair was curly. So here Peggy was the popular girl in school. Everybody knew her very well. First of all, she was very pretty, she was beautiful, and even the clothes she was wearing were pretty, and her hair was curly. Maggie was her closest friend. So Peggy was the most popular girl in the class, and her closest friend was Maddie. The reason Peggy and Maddie noticed Wanda's absence was because Wanda had made them late to school. So how did they notice that this girl was not there? Because they have waited for her for a long time. They waited for her for a long time to make fun of her, but she did not turn up at the time. She made these two girls late to school. They had waited and waited for Wanda to have some fun with her, and she just hadn't come. They often waited for Wanda Petronsky to have fun with her. There is only one reason why they waited for her, was to have fun with her. Wanda Petronsky. Most of the children in room 13 didn't have names like that. What was the reason to make fun on her? First of all was her name. As her name was very peculiar, they used to laugh on her. And they had names easy to say, like Thomas, Smith, or Ellen. These names were there in the class, which were easy. While as she belonged to Poland, and as her name was little bit different than others. There was one boy named Bounce, Willie Bounce, and people thought that was funny, but not funny in the same way that Petronsky was. Actually, one more boy was there whose name was Bounce, Willie Bounce. So students think that that name was also funny, but not as funny as Wanda Petronsky. Wanda didn't have any friends. She was very lonely. Nobody used to be friend of her. Nobody liked her as a friend. She came to school alone and went home alone. That's why nobody was there to accompany her from school to home. She always wore a faded blue dress that didn't hang right. It was clean, but it looked as though it had never been ironed properly. This dress was not hang right. Did it hang right means here it was very loose, and she was wearing the same dress daily and it had become even faded. Though she wore the same dress daily, it was clean, but it was not ironed, it was crumbled. Okay. She didn't have any friends, but a lot of girls talked to her. Actually, she was not having any friend, though girls came to her to talk. Sometimes they surrounded her in the schoolyard as she stood watching the little girls playing hopscotch on the worn hard ground. So sometimes what happened when she just stood watching the little girls. Girls used to play hopscotch. What is hopscotch? You draw some boxes on the ground and you just throw that stone in the boxes, and then you have to go there and took it back. So when the girls used to play this game, Vanda used to stand over there and she watched these girls playing the game. So that time girls used to come to her to talk. Vanda, Peggy would say in a most courteous manner, as though she were talking to Miss Mason. Here, courteous manner means very respectful manner. So Peggy would come there and call Vanda in very respectful manner as she was talking to her own teacher. Vanda, Peggy would say in a most courteous manner as though she were talking to Miss Mason. Vanda, she would say, giving one of her friends a nudge, tell us, how many dresses did you say you had hanging up in your closet? So what she did over there, she come over there and only to have fun, only to hear the answer to her, she would ask her such question that how many dresses you are having in your closet. Here nudge means to push somebody with the elbow. 100. Vanda would say. So Vanda, when she was asked that how many dresses you are having in your closet, in your cupboard, so here she would answer that 100. 100, exclaimed all the little girls incredulously, and the little ones would stop playing hopscotch and listen, as because this answer they would feel strange that 100 dresses, it was unbelievable for them to understand, because she was wearing one same dress daily. She was repeating the same dress, and as she was telling 100 dresses she is having, so it was not believable for them. And so the even little ones, when they hear this answer, they also stop playing hopscotch and listen to their talkings. Yeah, 100 all lined up, said Vanda. So what would Vanda answer then? Yes, I am having 100 dresses. All lined up means all one after another hanged in the closet, and all in neat manner. Then her thin lips drew together in silence. What are they like? All silk, I bet, said Peggy. So this would be the next question of her, say of Peggy, that your all dresses, all 100 dresses are of silk. Then she would answer that yeah, all silk and all colors. Then she would again ask that velvet too, are you having velvet dresses also? She would answer that yeah, velvet too. 100 dresses, Vanda would repeat stolidly. Again she would repeat the same word that I am having 100 dresses. Even these dresses included silk and the velvet, all lined up in my closet. Then they would let her go. And then before she had gone very far, they couldn't help bursting into shrieks and peals of laughter. When she just moved from there, they started laughing on her. 100 dresses, obviously the only dress Vanda had was the blue one she wore every day. They knew that she was wearing one same dress daily, and she was telling that she was having 100 dresses in her closet. So it was unbelievable for them, and on this talking only they laughed on her. So why did she say she had 100? What a story. They started talking like that when she just moved from there. Then the other question they would ask, how many shoes did you say you had? 60 pairs, all lined up in my closet. What would be the answer of her? She would say that she was having 60 pairs of shoes. When she used to answer that she was having 60 pairs of shoes, the next question would be all alike. Then she would answer, oh no, every pair is different, all colors, all lined up. Peggy, who had thought up this game, and Maddie, her inseparable friend, were always the last to leave. So Peggy and Maddie, these two girls would stand over there. They were the last one to leave from there. They would ask these kind of questions. Especially Peggy was asking this kind of questions to her. Finally, Wanda would move up the street, her eyes dull and her mouth closed, hitching her left shoulder every now and then in the funny way she had, finishing the walk to school alone. She would not bother to the questions asked to her. She was very calm, and very calmly she gave the answer to them. Sometimes she also behaved in a very funny manner by hitching her left shoulder. That is to move up the shoulder in a funny manner. Even this habit of her made the people laugh on her. Peggy was not really cruel. So this girl, Peggy, was really not cruel girl. She protected small children from bullies. So she was having good habits also. She was not teasing all of the students in the school, but only she was teasing Wanda. So she protected even small children from bullies, and she cried for hours if she saw an animal mistreated. She loved the animals, and she even disliked the animals to be mistreated. If anybody had said to her, "Don't you think that is a cruel way to treat Wanda?" she would have been very surprised. Cruel? Why did the girl say she had 100 dresses? Anybody could tell that that was a lie. She knew that she was telling a lie, and she would give the answer to those if somebody asked her that why you are treating her like a cruel. So she would surprised to hear this word cruel, and she would ask the question that why that girl is telling lie to us, why she is telling that she is having 100 dresses, and she wasn't just an ordinary person, else why did she have a name like that? Even she would say that she is having the funny name, that's why only I am making fun of her. So these were the certain reasons why she was treating like that. First of all, she was telling a lie, and the second one was her funny name. Anyway, they never made her cry. As for Maddie, this business of asking Wanda every day how many dresses and how many hats and how many these and that she had was bothering her. Now, this girl Maddie was always with Peggy, and when Peggy asked these kind of questions, now these questions were bothering Maddie. Why? Maddie was poor herself. She usually wore somebody's hand-me-down clothes. So Maddie was also poor. She was not like Peggy, and she was even wearing the clothes which were already worn by somebody else. Hand-me-down means what kind of clothes? It means the rich people, when they just retire the clothes to wear, and they give these clothes to the poor person, then the poor person wear the same clothes, then those clothes are known as hand-me-down clothes. Thank goodness she didn't live up on Boggins Heights or have a funny name. Only she was thinking the good thing that at least she was not living on Boggins Heights, or she was not having funny names. She was thankful to God, otherwise she would be also the center of the fun. Sometimes when Peggy was asking Wanda those questions in that mocking polite voice, Maddie felt embarrassed and studied the marbles in the palm of her hand, rolling them around and saying nothing herself. Now what happens, always Maddie would be with Peggy, as they were best friends and they were standing together. She was along with her when Peggy would ask such questions, such embarrassing questions to Wanda. So she was standing over there only, but as she was equally poor, so she also felt embarrassing for her, but she would stand over there and she would just used to play with the marbles on her hand. Here we are completing part 1 of the chapter. The further lesson we will go through in part 2. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe. What you have to do in homework, that you have to write down the words from glossary and you have to write down the meaning and find out from the dictionary. Even the question answer related to the part 1 you have to write in your notebook and learn it properly. Thank you. Stay home, stay safe.